Hello whiskey lovers, and welcome to another one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings from the Isle of Skye, arguably one of the most beautiful isles of Scotland. And I'll be honest, I've had a bit of a rough afternoon. I was at the Talisker distillery, as you can see, and we were able to join a cask draw experience. It was out of this world. We tried 21 years old Talisker, 27 years old Talisker, 28 years old Talisker, all of them at cask strength. So I'm a bit, whew. But nevertheless, here we still are, a stone's throw away from the distillery, founded in 1830, where we just picked up this new release. It's called the Talisker The Wild Blue. And in this case, they are working together with the Blue Marine Foundation, which is an organization preserving the oceans, preserving, our environment. And anyway, they are donating some money to this organization with every bottle sold. So drinking whiskey for a good cause, what's not to like? Now, this is a new one, as you can see. This is a 2025 release, and this is bottled at 48.2% ABV, and it is a whiskey, a Talisker, that is finished in Atlantic coastal wine casks. Atlantic coastal wine casks. I don't know what that means, but I've been told that it might in fact be South African cask, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, let's quickly open up this new bottle. I'll put this in my pocket, no waste here. This place is much too beautiful to litter. Obviously, littering is something we do not do. Hang on. The most beautiful sound, the second most beautiful sound in the world. The most beautiful sound in the world is probably a newborn crying. But anyway, I digress. We have here a Talisker no-age statement, the Wild Blue, which is finished in red wine casks and bottled at 42.8% ABV. Let's give this one a go while we enjoy the setting sun here on the Isle of Skye. We are at Loch Harport with the Thalassa in the background. Beautiful. Let's take a look at this whiskey. A deep golden, and seriously teary. There's are huge legs in there, meaning this whiskey is going to be quite oily indeed, quite mouth coating, so to speak. So let's find out if this is any good. The new Talisker, the Wild Blue, on the nose. This is Talisker, all right. I've got the Talisker Trinity, I've got the pepper, I've got the maritime notes in there, I've got a hint of citrusy notes in there as well, but this is where it becomes interesting. I also get some red fruit. Might I? Some candied cranberries, if you ask me. That's obviously the red wine cask speaking, but it's subtle, but it is definitely there. It doesn't overpower the Talisker DNA, but it does add a subtle layer of red fruitiness, let me put it that way. Quite delicious, to be honest. Right, on the palate. Mouth coating, quite peachy now, and quite peppery. I get a red chili, I get a big smoke, I get mid-palate, I get a huge chunk of salt, sea salt is there. I get the briny notes like drying seaweed, and again, there is this red fruity undertone, but it is subtle. The red wine casks definitely do not dominate. They add a subtle layer of red fruit flavors. But this is, in all honesty, this is a big whiskey in my opinion, and it's quite beautiful indeed. The Talisker Trinity supplemented with a subtle red fruity undertone on the finish. The finish is long, the finish is big, the finish is smoky, the finish is it's delicious. It's actually quite good. It's delicious indeed. Again, the red fruity notes, they are subtly there. They're not dominating at all. This is 100% Talisker. And that speaks in its favor, in my opinion. While the Talisker The Wild Blue, a bottling that supports the Marine Foundation, supporting the environment. So drinking whiskey for a good cause. I mean, what's not to like? And that, my friends, is all for this whiskey rambling. The Talisker The Wild Blue at 42.8% ABV, a new release from 2025, coming to you from a stone's throw away from the Talisker distillery here at the beautiful Loch Harpert. And look at the weather we have. Even the people here on Skye can hardly believe it, but hey, that's just the way it is. And that's all for this whiskey rambling, and I hope to see you at one of Mark's whiskey ramblings real soon. And until then, may the malt be with you. Bye bye.